Hello, my name is Mtutuzi Zulu. I'm going to demonstrate how to create a Bitcoin wallet here at localbitcoins.com. This is the home page, so you go right away and click sign up free. I'd like to open this form on a new page, and then I'm going to complete there my username to Mageba, and then I'm going to put my email address there, and then I'm going to put in a password. It must be a strong password. You can see there it says the password is medium, so that is just okay. For the password to be strong, it must have letters, which are capital letters and small letters, numbers, and special characters. So you can see now also the length of the password matters, but I think I'm just going to stick with this short password of mine, which I think is complex enough. Alright, then you repeat the password and then you press this button here which says you are human. Just look at it and see what it does. There is a tick. Then I can click the register button. See where it goes. There we go. I don't want this to remember my password. So now it says that I've successfully created Do Makeba. Now I must check my email there and verify it. I'm going to log in to my email address. For this purpose, I'm just going to check my email on my cell phone so that I can verify my email address. I'm going to click the verification link on the cell phone. Now I can tell you on my cell phone it is checking my browser, and then there you go, my email is verified. So I'm just going to try to proceed here. So I verified my email, but it seems like it has already logged me on. So if you click on this button here, you can see there you have access to your profile and you can edit it as you wish. Account security is weak, so this will be very important for you to set up, because currently you're only secured by the password that you entered during registration. Then all these things that are read here are the marks that need to be activated. It seems like here it only wants us to set the two-factor authentication, but you can read up about this and see how it works. Basically, you need to install a Google Authenticator app and then enable this, but you can read up on it. For this tutorial is not really important. Now that I've registered my account, I want to buy Bitcoins, so I'm going to go to click on buy Bitcoins, and then here are the sellers of Bitcoins. These are just random people who happen to be selling Bitcoins, and then we want to buy Bitcoins from them. I'm going to choose a person that is offering a better rate. Like you can see here, this one is selling one Bitcoin for 7,583 rands each, while others are selling each Bitcoin at 7,700. So really, I wouldn't buy from this guy. So I'm going to go ahead and say maybe I will buy from this first guy over there, but then I need to look at the method of payment. This guy only accepts FNB. Well, if you have an FNB, if you will be able to get to an FNB ATM to make a deposit to them, or maybe you have internet banking, then you can use that option. Right, this guy is also offering a rate, but it's a little bit more expensive than that guy over there by about 6 rands. But he accepts all the banks. So if Absa is close to me or I'm banking with Absa, I may just choose this guy. And I want to buy for 500 rand. So I will make sure that my amount is within the limits that this trader has imposed on the trades that he will accept. So if I want to buy for 500 Rand, I can actually choose any one of the two, or even that one. You see this square guy says National Bank, so it's possible that he also accepts all banks or all major banks in South Africa. So let me say I'm choosing the cheapest guy, for example, because it would be possible for me to go to an FNB ATM. So I will click buy. So you can see already we are already trying to do some buying here. It says here this seller requires SMS verification before you can make a purchase. Alright, that's good. So it says proceed to phone number verification. Then you will need to enter your cell phone number there. I'm going to put in my cell phone number just for demonstration purposes. Okay, so my number is one of the numbers I have here that I can quickly enter, and then I'm going to press send verification SMS. Okay, so I'm waiting for the verification code to come through. I have received the verification code. Now I'm going to proceed and enter the code. Please note that if it is capital letters on the code, then you must type in capital letters. I think this is fairly straightforward because most of the services we use on the internet requires these forms of verification. Now I'm going to click check verification code, and then the verification was successful. Then you can continue with the other settings if you want, but my interest is just to show you guys how to buy Bitcoins. I'm going to go back there and click buy again. Now, okay, there's a lot of requirements. I need to set my real name. Let's set our real name over there. That's my real name. Let's see. Is there anything else that I need to do? I want to buy Bitcoins. Sorry guys, this is taking too long. Alright, now finally we are able to buy Bitcoins. You can see this is the rate at which this guy will sell us Bitcoins, and we will have a 90-minute window to buy, to actually make the payment and confirm the payment. I will show you that just now. Then you need to pay attention to the terms of trade here. The guy only accepts FNB to FNB. You can do an EFT, or you can do an ATM, FNB ATM cash deposit. But here's a condition: add a 2 Rand for every 100 Rand. So it means then if you want to deposit, to buy for 1,000 Rand from this guy, you must actually deposit 1,020 Rands from him. And he does not want you to go into the bank to make the deposit. I guess this is to avoid bank charges on his part. Okay. Then he further says transfer must be from your personal account, not third-party payments. Names on payment proof must match your real names on the account. Proof of payment and identity may be required. I do not sell Bitcoins for illegal activity. Okay, thank you for letting us know. But now we want to buy for 500 Rand. So I'm just going to enter 500 Rand there. And then this is the amount of Bitcoins I'm expecting to get for 500 Rand. This is based basically on the exchange rate. It is possible that the Bitcoins that I eventually get will be less than that, depending if the seller actually deducted some amount for purposes of transaction fees when I deposit the amount. Now I'm going to write a note here to him: please release the Bitcoins immediately upon receipt of payment. Well, this is not necessary, but I'm just want to show you that you can actually put a note there. Then I'm going to say send trade request. There you go. Now our trade request has been opened. There is a message that I've sent: please release Bitcoins immediately upon receipt of payment. That is my message. I can continue to send this guy messages here as and when needed. He will also respond here, so this is more like of a a chat platform. And if you look here on the right, step 1 says pay the seller. There is the guy's banking details, so I can actually now transfer the money into his account, and then he will be able to then release the bitcoins once he has received the money. You can see the guy is now online because he's just received an SMS telling him that I'm trying to buy bitcoins. Alright, so but I was just demonstrating here. You can see also the amount for this transaction is 500 Rand, and then also there is a message reference number over there. But the guy said you must use your real name on the proof of payment. So we need to note those conditions so that it makes it easier for him to actually trace the payments. If you look here now at the bottom, it says mark payment complete. Once I've actually deposited the money, I will come back here and click this button. Then it will stop this timer. Make sure you pay before this timer elapses. This is the 90 minutes that we saw earlier. It is now counting down right there. Alright, so you click mark payment complete, and then you will be able to continue communicating with the guy over there, so that you can actually buy the bitcoins from him. Alright, so let us suppose that we've completed this payment. The guy has released the bitcoins. Now, if you go to this button over here, the B with the 0, once you have bitcoins, that 0 will actually show the amount of bitcoins you have. If I click there, it takes us to the wallet. In here, this long number under the receive bitcoin section is your actual Bitcoin address with local bitcoins. If you give this address that I've just highlighted over here to someone and they send you bitcoins, that money will come directly into this Bitcoin wallet and it will accumulate over there. And also it will show here your balance. Now, if you want to check how much those bitcoins actually are in US dollars, remember I've just deposited 500 Rand to that guy and then he released bitcoins. Now I'm just saying, let's assume that it was actually 6668. You will see that that is equal to 27.96 US dollars. In this section, you can be able to change this to another currency like the South African Rand. I'm going to make it a South African Rand now. Then you can see it's equal to 429 Rands. So it means then this transaction actually cost me 70 Rands here on local bitcoins. But nonetheless, I do have bitcoins, and you want to take this back to USD so that you can see how many dollars you have. Now, if you were looking to see how many bitcoins you need to pay in order to fulfill a particular purchase. Now, let us say I'm buying something for $30, or I need to pay someone $30. I can still come to the wallet by clicking there. Make sure that this currency is selected to US dollars and write 30 over there. Do not press enter and just click on a blank space. You will see now there that the amount in bitcoins appears. So the amount that is shown now there is equivalent to $30 at this very moment in time based on the prevailing exchange rate. So now I can copy this amount, or actually I can now enter the address here of the person that I want to pay, and then at the bottom click send from wallet. Then I would then have paid the person that amount. Then at the bottom here, it will show you your wallet transactions. I've just opened this wallet now, so there is no transactions there. I hope this really helped you to see how you can set up your Bitcoin wallet with local Bitcoins. Thank you very much for watching.